Misa. In any family, small or big, virtually every day is filled with a huge amount of activities and chores. Misa is a robotic companion that will help you to not feel overwhelmed by all of the things you have to do, and always be aware of what's going on. First of all, Misa is a toy capable of entertaining your child for many hours. Misa will chat with the kid while their parents are busy. It can also dance and play a lot of developing and interesting games with the child. Besides this, the robot has many other useful functions. For example, Misa will act as a smart speaker, turn on an alarm clock, set a timer, find information on the internet and tell it to you, book a hotel, or suggest a recipe. During the day, the robot can be sent to patrol the house. The robot has a built-in camera and a sound recorder, so the owner can see and hear what's going on at home while they're gone. Also, you can use Misa to make video calls and watch movies. It can even be programmed to take care of the elderly. For example, it'll remind them when it's time to take their pills. There are really many useful functions, and Misa moves around the house completely independently, seeing and bypassing any obstacles. Misa will cost you at least $400. Hiwonder Spider Pi. This is a smart toy that's both fun and helpful. Spider Pi is a product of the Chinese company Hiwonder. The device can teach its owner the basics of programming. It's equipped with a high-resolution camera, which supports color recognition and helps track objects. The robot uses ultrasound to find obstacles around it, successfully bypassing them. It also supports the ability to follow visual lines. If you know how to handle Spider Pi, it becomes a toy that will never let you get bored. The possibilities of the robot are endless. With the help of coding, it can be programmed to perform a variety of tricks. You can buy it for $580. Terrasect Rolling Lizard. Even though this RC toy won't teach you anything special, it'll keep a restless child and replace several other toys. The secret of the Terrasect Lizard is that it has two functional positions. In the upright position, it rides like a normal car. When bent, though, it starts to roll like a wheel and successfully overcomes obstacles and stairs. The price starts at $18. HHD H6. We're willing to bet that the next product will please passionate fans of RC toys. Why? Well, because it rids you of the agony of having to choose, as it combines two toys in one. The HHD H6 is a motorcycle that transforms into a drone in seconds with a couple of manipulations. The wheels of the vehicle are at the same time the propellers of the drone. The advantages of the toy, however, do not end there. The HHD H6 is equipped with a high-quality camera that takes photos and records video. The image is transmitted in real time via Wi-Fi to the owner's smartphone. Some of you might think that this feature's meaningless because it's impossible to get a sharp image from a moving, non-professional drone. And you'd be wrong, because the developers have given the drone the ability to hover motionless in the air, reducing the vibrations to zero. The device is controlled with a special remote control, or again with the smartphone. The battery has enough power for 8 minutes of flying or 15 minutes of riding on the ground. The range of control is about 40. As a rule, most modern toys are designed for a single user. That makes Ganka, a robot from the company Oz Robotics, more valuable. This toy is designed to spend time with friends and gives a unique opportunity to try yourself in robot battles. The controls are moderately simple, intuitive, and performed using a special app installed on your smartphone. To win in a battle against another player, you'll have to train. The developers of Ganker Robots offer to improve your skills while inventing and customizing the robot's weapons and armor elements. Thus, each robot can be absolutely unique. Advanced players can create special commands and movements for the robot through coding. It's noteworthy that although the toys are involved in battles, they don't actually harm each other, so you don't have to worry about any damage. Robots don't strike for real, they only touch each other. These touches are read by special sensors, and that's how the game determines which of the rivals has more winning points. One robot will cost you $400. Silver-lit Robo-Chameleon. If your child dreams of having a pet, but they're not quite ready for it yet, a good option is to give them a robotic animal like this. Silver-lit is a very cute chameleon that changes the color of its back and crest, sticks out its tongue to move objects, or pick up special tokens that are used as food. The price is about $40. Boom Sterling Peugeot AP172. As you know, not all toys in this world are created exclusively for children. Some have such a complex design and so many small, elaborate details that only an adult can really appreciate them. The car you see on your screen is one of them. This is the Peugeot AP172 from Boom Sterling. This is a collectible toy model of the Peugeot Quadrolets produced in the 1920s. An interesting and important feature of the toy is that it has no radio control. Instead, the developers equip the model with a tiny 4-cylinder engine, which in addition has a cardan to drive the rear wheels. The Peugeot AP172 is capable of moving for 10 minutes, after which the engine needs time to cool down. The screws are made of stainless steel. The wheels, headlight bezels and radiator grille are made of brass. The main material used is aluminium. It's noteworthy that the car is also a construction set. The estimated assembly time is 3 hours. The price is about $480. Power treads. But let's go back to RC cars. Most of them share a common drawback: their limited mobility. They can only drive on smooth surfaces and get stuck if they accidentally run out onto bare ground or grass. Power Treads is a toy that's an exception to this rule. Its unique shape gives the machine amazing cross-country mobility for its size. It moves over all types of surfaces and playfully overcomes obstacles. This means that you can create obstacle courses for it. Let's finish our video with another amazing radio-controlled car. As you can see, the main feature of Stunt Shot from Air Hogs are its huge soft wheels. First of all, they allow the vehicle to overcome obstacles and get into the most unexpected places. And secondly, to do it without damaging the furniture or the people around it. Stunt Shot doesn't leave behind any scratches, even if it moves on delicate surfaces. The price of the toy is $25. Magus. This is a multiplayer game that allows users to feel like true magicians, learning enchantments, fulfilling quests, and fighting in real-time duels. The application comes with several types of magic wands that are charged via USB. One charge guarantees 48 hours of continuous play. The app is compatible with both Android and iOS phones. The wand weighs 3 ounces and measures 14 inches, and the magic toy is available on the internet for a price of $50. Roxys. Parents can use this game console to separate the children from their computers and make them go outside to play. The console consists of several solid plastic wireless gadgets. Each of them is equipped with intelligent sensors and is capable of producing sound and light effects. The basic kit includes 3 Roxys, a controller with a lot of pre-programmed games, 3 holsters and straps to accommodate ROX on any person or object. The initial price is $160. All-season sled. This sled for any season was created especially for those who miss winter sports in the summer. Thanks to the ice containers in the bottom, the sled can slide on both grass and snow. In addition, the bottom is detachable, so when winter comes, and remember, winter is coming, you can remove it and use the sled like any other winter equipment. The sled weighs 11 pounds and has a size of 38 by 6.3 by 20.3 inches. You can buy this toy for $77. Hand trucks. This is the perfect solution for children who love to play with sand. Hand trucks is a plastic device similar to the bucket of an excavator. Once placed on the arm, it can be used as a shovel to make trenches and build sandcastles. It was created by American inventors and comes in different colors and sizes, allowing you to choose the best option depending on the age and preferences of the child. The price of the mini excavator is $18. Lego Cyclone. This Lego game allows children to create a model of a roller coaster. Cyclone comes with over 1,000 parts, including standard and special bricks, a lifting chain, gears, a handle, a railroad, and a train. Following the instructions, the kit is very easy to assemble, without needing to use difficult tools or additional details. You can also buy several kits to create even bigger roller coasters. The price of the toy is $150. Power Up 3.0. This device was created by a New Yorker and allows anyone to control paper planes using a special application. The construction is placed directly on the paper and includes a flywheel and a propeller. These are controlled by a small processor located at the front of the aircraft. The radius of action is 180 feet, and the application allows controlling the airplane not only with the buttons, but also by tilting the phone. The app is compatible with Android and iOS. The device is charged via USB or using an external battery and can be used with aircraft of any form. The basic price is $30. ZBoard 2. The creators of this invention claim that this electric skateboard is the lightest, fastest, and longest in the world. It's very easy to handle and is perfect even for beginners. To accelerate, just press the foot pad in the front, and to brake, press the back foot pad. This vehicle can speed up to 20 miles per hour and comes in two versions, with a weight of 16 and 18 pounds, which can ride 16 and 24 miles respectively. The skateboard gets fully loaded in 90 minutes. You can buy it for $1,300 or $1,500, depending on the model you choose. Loop ball. This beach ball is the first intelligent ball in the world. The ball records the distance between the players and the speed of the serve, and records the results in an application via Bluetooth. With this ball you can beat your records by playing anywhere at any time. Loop ball is waterproof and saves energy. When no one uses it, it goes into hibernation. The ball comes with an application, and for an additional price you'll receive 2 rackets and a special bag. The diameter of the ball is 2.2 inches, and its initial price is $60. Balloon mapping kits. On the platform Kickstarter were presented some special kits to create maps using a hot air balloon for aerial photography. The basic kit includes a briefcase, a 1,000-foot long rope, a 5.5-foot globe, gloves, rubber hands, and zip ties. Just add a camera and helium to fill the balloon. The big kit will cost you $85, while smaller models cost $50. Magical microbes. This game is a very good gift for children who are getting to know the world. Just fill the special containers with soil, turn on the application, and observe how microbes grow and develop in very simple experiments that even little children can understand. The second kit allows you to observe the growth of yeast, which you can use later to cook something. Both kits come with 2 plush microbes, and the price of each kit is $60.
Introducing next generation Galaxy Watch Active. Most watches just capture data, but we've devised a watch that doesn't just collect information, it's smart enough to interpret it. We developed sophisticated motion sensors that scrutinize your movements. So, like a personal trainer, Watch advises you how to improve your performance and reach your goals. Watch ingeniously detects when you're active and when you're not. We designed it to keep track of your stress levels, so you can reset whenever you need to. And it's configured to combine seamlessly with the Samsung Health app, so you can manage your fitness, look after your well-being, and even monitor the REM quality of your sleep. In a truly revolutionary move, we've introduced wireless power share, which will charge your watch right from the Galaxy S10. All you have to do is choose a strap, pick a face, and let Watch Active go to work. Next generation Galaxy Watch Active, the smartwatch that gives you smart advice. We believe that smartwatches should give you the freedom to stay connected longer. Introducing the all-new Galaxy Watch. The Galaxy Watch elegantly blends state-of-the-art technology with classic analog aesthetics, enhanced by the ticking second hand. Its signature circular bezel and vivid S-AMOLED display create a unique experience that elevates your style. Mix and match the Galaxy Watch with over 60,000 watch faces and a wide selection of straps. Its 5 ATM water resistance enables you to be more active outdoors. Our custom-made dual-core processor is built on low-power architecture to make the battery last several days on a single charge. Spotify with LTE takes your music on the go. And you can now take calls and send messages without needing your phone nearby. Thanks to its integrated movement sensors, the Galaxy Watch becomes your personal trainer, encouraging you to choose from 39 predefined workouts and times each rep as you move from one exercise to the other. The 4 heart rate sensors check your pulse to monitor your health and well-being. The Galaxy Watch provides focused breathing guides that help you relax. These sensors also track your sleep and REM patterns to feel more rested the next day. The daily briefing presents your schedule and weather forecast, while the My Day watch face takes care of your calendar, alarms, and reminders at all times. Galaxy Watch gives you the freedom to control your IoT devices, whether you're at home or on the go. And with Samsung Pay, you can leave your wallet and phone at home. The all-new Galaxy Watch helps you to stay connected longer. Samsung Galaxy Watch.
Pairing Forerunner 35 with your smartphone is a simple process that, once completed, will let you get smart notifications and other connected features right on your watch. First, make sure you have the Garmin Connect mobile app downloaded on your compatible smartphone. Keep Forerunner 35 within 3 meters of your smartphone and open the app. Complete the fields to create an account or sign into an existing account. When asked if you have a Garmin device to connect, select Yes. Then select Forerunner and select Forerunner 35. Enter your profile information and select Next. Now turn on Forerunner 35 and open the menu by pressing the menu key. Press the down key to find Settings, then press the Enter key to select. Select Bluetooth and then select Pair Smartphone. On your phone, select Start. When the device is found, it will ask you if you want to pair with Forerunner 35. Select Yes. Then enter the passkey that appears on your Forerunner 35. Garmin Connect may send a software update to your device if it is available. Once the pairing is complete, select Done. Now that your Forerunner 35 is paired, you can take advantage of great features like smartphone notifications delivered to your wrist, audio prompts, music controls, live track, and automatic uploads to Garmin Connect.
Since the 1950s, traffic congestion has substantially increased in urban areas due to population growth. The average American commuter wastes 2 days and 6 hours a year in traffic delays. This has made the dream of small flying cars or taxis and their business opportunities to be hot stuff in recent years. We have talked about a number of flying cars and taxi projects on this channel, and in this video, we are going to talk about the new ones which were unveiled recently. Meet the Lyft Hexa. Hexa is an all-electric single-passenger air taxi aimed primarily at tourism and short-distance air travel. This ultralight aircraft is fitted with 4 perimeter floats that provide stability and a large central float which provides buoyancy for safe water landings. With a total empty weight of 432 pounds, Hexa can carry a 250-pound passenger for up to 15 minutes of flight time. For safety measures, Hexa is equipped with an autonomous ballistic parachute, and it can also fly and land safely, even if up to 6 of its 18 motors are disabled. Lift Aircraft is one of the 15 companies which are members of Agility Prime, the United States Air Force initiative to accelerate the commercial market for advanced air mobility vehicles. Introducing Bell Nexus 4EX, a 7,000-pound air taxi that can hit speeds of up to 150 miles per hour and can travel up to 60 miles while carrying 4 to 5 passengers, plus a pilot. The Nexus is equipped with 4 tilting, ducted rotors, and it can operate as an electric-only or a hybrid electric vehicle. With a hybrid platform, the Nexus 4EX can extend its range and travel farther. The 4EX is the company's second version of the Nexus. The original version used 6 rotors instead of 4. According to Bell, the 4-rotor design reduces drag and is, therefore, more efficient in cruise mode. This is Boeing Passenger Air Vehicle, or PAV. It is a new generation electric vertical takeoff and landing (eVTOL) passenger aircraft or air taxi designed and developed by Boeing for safe, on-demand urban air transportation. Designed for fully autonomous flight from takeoff to landing, the PAV is able to autonomously transport passengers, plan routes, respond to contingencies, and detect and avoid unexpected obstacles. Not much is provided about speed and payload weight, but the company says it's designed for urban commutes with typical ranges up to 50 miles. Meet Seraph. This 12-rotor British electric flying taxi can carry passengers and goods weighing up to 550 pounds at speeds up to 50 miles per hour. It features a unique passive cooling system and modular design so that it can be made larger or smaller, fitted with wheels or floats to facilitate water landings. The Seraph was built by the company to test new technologies and systems, which will be used in the upcoming passenger model, the VA X1. The VA X1 will be capable of carrying up to 5 people. It is set to be the world's first certified winged all-electric VTOL aircraft and is on course to start commercial flights in 2024. Meet Elroy. Manufactured by Astro, this flying car is slightly larger than a compact car, but it is unexpectedly quiet and can fit into most garage spaces. With its high-performance electric motors, this electric-powered vertical takeoff and landing vehicle can carry 2 passengers and travel at speeds up to 44 miles per hour, with a flight time of 20 to 25 minutes. Elroy was specifically designed with wide cabin glass for optimal comfort and a 360-degree surround view for a unique travel experience. Introducing the City Airbus. This is a fully electric 4,850-pound air taxi manufactured by Airbus. The City Airbus is an autonomously piloted eVTOL and has a cruising speed of roughly 75 miles per hour, up to 15 minutes of flight time. Powered by four 140-kilowatt batteries, its four sets of counter-rotating ducted propellers can each provide 881 pounds of thrust for a payload of up to 551 pounds. The City Airbus is the successor of Vahana, the company's first air taxi model. Like its predecessor, City Airbus is also being used to gather insights that will guide the development of Airbus's future eVTOL models. Introducing Heaviside, a high-performance electric VTOL vehicle by Kitty Hawk. After the successful 25,000 flights of its first flying car project, the Flyer, the company has decided to focus more on the Heaviside, a vehicle which they hope it can be turned into a viable business venture. Kitty Hawk claims the craft's electric propulsion system, tiny proportions, and aerodynamic shape make it roughly 100 times quieter than a regular helicopter, and it can cover a 55-mile distance in 15 minutes while using less than half the energy of a car. Introducing SkyDrive SD03, a Toyota-backed flying car that is billed as the smallest electric VTOL. Equipped with 8 rotors that help it fly safely even if there's a motor failure, this one-seat SkyDrive model can fly for only 5 to 10 minutes at a low speed of several miles per hour. The next version is expected to have a speed of up to 40 miles per hour and an extended flight duration of 30 minutes. With a length of 13 feet and 6.6 feet of height, the SD03 is just small enough to fit into 2 average parking spaces and ideal for urban use. The company is currently waiting for approval for flights beyond the test field by the end of 2020, and it expects a 2-seat commercial vehicle by 2023. What do you think of these projects? Do you think we will have flying taxis for the general public anytime soon? Please let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and share it with your friends.
For more than 30 years, the Leatherman multi-tool has been the go-to solution for a lot of different problems in so many different places.
On the trail, between here and over there.
In a bass boat on Lake Minnetonka. Here in the kitchen, right under there.
And starting today, that includes some of the places we haven't been able to go.
Gate 72, row 12, seat A.
Introducing Tread, the first multi-tool that lets you be the one who gets it done, anywhere. Tread is 25 hard-working tools you wear on your wrist, including Phillips and flathead screwdrivers, hex and box wrenches, even a cutting hook and a bottle opener. So regardless of the job, the right tool is always at hand. Tread features 11 interchangeable links, each crafted from injection-molded 17-4 stainless steel. There's an optional Swiss-made timepiece, water-resistant to 200 meters, with a shock-resistant sapphire crystal. And it all comes with a choice of 2 rugged finishes. Tread, the go-to, go-anywhere tool from Leatherman, the original American multi-tool.
Hello, my name's Roger and I work for Lion Equipment, and we are the UK distributor for Optimus. And I'm here today to show you the Crux light stove and the Solo pan set. So everything's in here. If I open this up, what we have in here is the gas that's come out of the pan, and we have the stove. So you can buy this as a complete set, or you can buy the pans and the stove separately. That's the stove, and the arm, the control arm, folds away, but it actually, when you unfold it, first of all, just make sure you switch it off, because it is designed so that it has to be eased off a touch to take the pressure off the gasket to make the parts last before the arm folds away. So close that down, open up the legs. Now the reason Optimus designs these legs so they fold out like that is so that you can accommodate different sizes of pans. And there's a very small gas canister fitting inside a very small, very compact set, extremely small and compact set. And that brings us advantages as well as disadvantages. And you know, in the sort of straightforward way of these videos, we want to let you know what's great. The great thing, this is tiny. It's a really small set. I'm going to put a bit of water in there because we'll actually light this. I'm going to use one of these to light, and just an example, you know, you wouldn't do that with your matches. And then this will do that. And I can use to light my fire steel just to light the stove. Pop the pan on there. Crank the heat up. And I'll pop the lid on. This is a fantastically compact set. All fits inside this little bag. Great for carrying. So if you're carrying quite a load of things, a lot of food and stuff, brilliant. We wouldn't recommend putting a larger stove on the small gas canisters. So if you do want to go for bigger pans and things, then do think about the stability of these small gas canisters and think about having a larger gas canister. Yeah, and you can see that is quite top heavy, but brilliantly small, brilliantly tiny, and that's going to heat your water up quite quickly.
The LifeStraw Flex with Gravity Bag is a compact, lightweight, and versatile water filtration system. The durable bag holds a gallon of water, making it perfect for hiking and camping, travel, and emergency preparedness. The LifeStraw Flex features a membrane microfilter that removes parasites and bacteria such as E. coli, Giardia, Salmonella, as well as microplastics. It also features an activated carbon filter that reduces heavy metals such as lead, as well as chemicals like chlorine for an improved taste. The membrane microfilter filters up to 500 gallons, and the activated carbon filter lasts up to 25 gallons. Replacement filters are available. The Flex filter is versatile. It can be used with the Gravity Bag, with the collapsible squeeze bottle, as a straw, with a plastic bottle, and with a hydration bladder. The Gravity bag is made from a high-quality laminated nylon and holds a gallon of water. Fill the bag from a freshwater source, roll 3 times and close. The convenient strap makes it easy to carry and hang from anywhere. For every LifeStraw product purchased, a school child in need receives a safe water for an entire school year.
Carry self-charging light wherever you go with the BioLite Sun.
The Nano Heat blanket is the ultimate travel blanket. It delivers soft, heat-reflective warmth and dry comfort in a light, compactable blanket that you will use and reuse again and again. You can use it camping, throw it on the ground at a concert or picnic, wrap it around you to keep warm, or keep it in your backpack or purse, just in case you get chilly later on. The Nano Heat blanket is the perfect all-in-one blanket that is easy to carry with you everywhere, providing you warmth with 80% heat-reflective coating on one side to reflect your body heat back to you to keep you warm and comfortable. The Nano Heat is also water-resistant and windproof, with a durable water-repellent finish that sheds raindrops and spills to keep you dry and warm, and the blanket clean. The blanket is extremely compact and packs into an easy-to-carry bag that fits into the palm of your hand and weighs a mere 6.8 ounces. The Nano Heat is the perfect all-in-one blanket to take with you on your next adventure. Whether traveling, camping, watching a ball game, or just hanging out at the park, the Nano Heat is the perfect companion to help keep you warm and dry. Unlike other bulky blankets, the Nano Heat is ultra compact, packing into the palm of your hand, and so lightweight, you won't even notice it in your bag.
Right now I want to show you the Sharpen Spark. Sharpen Spark, it's called Sharpen Spark because on this end you have a sharpener, you have the V-notch for faster shaping, take off a little more metal faster. You got to be careful with it because it is very aggressive. Then the other side you have right here, you have your two 90-degree corners. 90-degree corner right there, you tip it over a little bit, 90-degree corner, that's what does the cutting. And what I want to do today is I just want to see if I can rustle up some stuff here in the yard. Pick up some leaves, a little bit of grass, things like that. Use nothing but the spark, no accelerant, and see if I can make a fire. So we're going to look right now, and I see that right down here in this area, there's some leaves. And yes, they actually sound like they're kind of dry. So I'm just going to get a little handful of leaves here, and I'm going to bring it out. You know, I guess you should start a fire maybe on the concrete. So we're going to put the leaves down here. This is what we're going to use, sharpenspark.com. And now I'm going to find a little bit of grass. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this dry grass, kind of bunch it up a little bit. It's not real dry. I can feel a little bit of moisture in it. And our leaves. We make a little bit of a pile for the sparks to land in. Now we're going to unscrew the magnesium out of the handle. When you get these new, they don't spark real good because there's a black coating on them. We go through that coating. Now you can see the sparks. Let's see. Let's peel off some magnesium. You almost can't scrape it easy enough.
That's on fire. Sharpen spark. Magnesium in the handle. Well, you won't freeze to death.
With the success of the fixed blade 863 Selkirk, Buck Knives introduces the 836 folding Selkirk. The 836 has many of the same features but conveniently folds for easier transport. 3 9/10 inch 420 HC stainless steel drop point folding blade. Designed for many uses, the drop point blade is full-bellied with a strong, thick point for heavier tasks. The curve of the blade helps prevent accidental puncturing when working heavily with this knife. Liner lock, 150 thousandths inch thick, close length 5 inches. Thumb stud for easy one-handed opening. Steel front bolster with black-brown micarta handle. Injection molded nylon sheet that can be mounted horizontal and vertical carry. 2 1/4 inch ferrocerium striker with integrated whistle in the handle. Simply strike the ferrocerium rod in this blade notch to get a spark. With Buck's famous forever warranty.
Today I wanted to talk to you about this tool that I picked up by Off Grid Tools. Basically built as a survival axe, but to be honest with you, it is much more than that. So definitely a good option with the axe that sharpens very well. There's hammers, wire strippers, wire cutters, bottle openers, you name it. But the two main reasons why I really would have fixed this as part of my gear is because of the axe option, and once again a nice compact, relatively ergonomical design. But what I really like down here also is this Sawzall blade, which is pretty cool because it is interchangeable. So whether you want to use a DeWalt or a Makita or Milwaukee or Bosch, whatever the case may be, they're interchangeable. I did opt for the extra leather sheath, but it does come with a nylon sheath. Once again, a lot more extras, a lot more detail that I will...
Ember's new temperature control ceramic mug may look like your typical coffee mug, but it's got special superheating powers that allow you to control the exact temperature of whatever liquid you put inside it. The mug comes with a saucer charging dock and has a built-in rechargeable battery as well as Bluetooth connectivity. You're probably wondering whether this thing has an on-off switch, and the answer is no. It's on all the time and automatically detects when you put liquid in it and works best when you start with the liquid already very hot. With the included app, you create a default temperature you want the mug to maintain. You can set the temperature once and never look at the app again, or you can adjust the temperature via the app as you're drinking. I can say that it's a little odd at first when you get toward the bottom of your cup of coffee and take a sip to discover the coffee's still hot. It does taste better though. As a little bonus, you can customize the color of the LED on the mug, which allows you to tell it apart from another Ember mug in the office or at home. Keeping your coffee or tea hot does require a good amount of energy, and I found that if I drank a cup over the course of about 45 minutes, it drained the battery by around 40 to 50%, so you can basically drink a couple of cups of coffee before you have to recharge. The mug may survive a wash in the dishwasher, but Ember warns you to hand wash it, and you do not want to put this mug in the microwave. That's a big no-no. There are other cheaper and lower tech solutions to keep your coffee hot. A good insulated mug will run you around $20, while this guy costs $80, which is pretty darn steep, but it is less expensive than Ember's $150 travel mug, and it will change the way you think about drinking your coffee or tea. I'm David Carnoy for CNET.com. Thanks for watching.
Without another word, Mr. Darcy left the without preposition not having free from it is difficult to live.
This is the T-Skin, a device unlike any other that allows you to use your gestures and movements to control technology in a revolutionary new way. Think of it as a controller for everything in your life. It's great for work and for play. With T-Skin, your reach is about to become larger than life.
Sig Sauer introduced their newest offering, the Sig P365, at SHOT Show in January of this year, to much fanfare. The Micro Compact pistol has a tiny footprint, weighs just 17.8 ounces, holds an amazing 10 or 12 rounds of 9mm, and is an excellent pistol for everyday concealed carry. Sig Sauer Electro Optics, the optical side of the house, took on the challenge of providing a mountable laser that would attach to the thinner accessory rail and is activated just by simply squeezing the grip as you normally would. The Lima 365 comes in either red or green and provides a very bright aiming beam. While the standard tritium night sights on the P365 are better than most stock pistol sights, those of us getting up there in years really benefit from the visual aiming point of a laser. Add in the significant strategic and psychological advantages a laser provides, and you gain quantifiable benefits for concealed carry. The Lima 365 molds seamlessly to the rail and trigger guard of the pistol, taking on the look of a part of the frame. A small activation pressure switch is located on the front of the hand grip, where it is turned on or off by increasing or decreasing grip pressure. The 5 milliwatt laser is extremely bright, even in ambient daylight. The aspheric lens technology provides the laser with a precision molded lens to keep the laser aiming point crisp on target. The hardest thing is finding a holster that fits with the extra mass of the laser, but it wasn't very hard to find a custom carbon fiber Kydex holster for the Lima 365 online, and I had it in less than a week. The laser sight is extremely durable, holding up to even heavier plus P loads, and it will run for up to 2 hours of constant on time on a single 1/3 N photo battery. If something should ever go wrong, the Lima 365 features the infinite guarantee and 5-year SIG electronic component limited warranty, so you know it'll be taken care of. If you've been lucky enough to find the SIG P365 in stock, you're going to definitely want to check out the Lima 365 at your local Sportsman's Warehouse store.
Introducing the Zillion Shiatsu Pillow Massager. The Shiatsu Massager has 2 different settings for ultimate relaxation: massage and heat and just massage. Hold down the button for 3 seconds to turn it off. The massager is easy to use. Just ensure that the connections are tight. You should hear a click, then just plug it into a home outlet or a car socket. The Shiatsu Massager has an ultra-slim ergonomic design which contours perfectly around lower and upper back, neck, abdomen, calf, and thigh areas. The massage motors are also very powerful to ensure a deep massage. Now sit back, relax, and let the Zillion Shiatsu Pillow Massager relieve all your aches, knots, and muscle tension.
Le mal des transports est dû à une différence de perception entre la vue et le sens de l'équilibre. Les lunettes Citroën innovent grâce à la technologie Boarding Ring. Elles sont équipées de 4 anneaux. À l'intérieur, un liquide coloré se déplace dans le sens frontal, gauche-droite, mais aussi sagittal, avant-arrière, pour simuler un horizon artificiel, ce qui permet de resynchroniser la vue et l'oreille interne, en moins de 10 minutes et dans 95% des cas.
It's Parkus, a new and unique mechanical bicycle lift for parking bicycles in small spaces. You can use Parkus in your garage, on your balcony, in your office, or wherever you like. This vertical bicycle lift is simple, fun, and easy to use. It's cool when everything's in its place, right? Parkus is a perfect space-saving solution and a fun way to park your bicycle.
Number 15. Renault Trésor. First showcased at the Paris Motor Show in 2016, the Renault Trésor has been designed without lines across the body, and the only obvious seam is where the clamshell roof connects with the main body. That's right, in this concept they've done away with the idea of doors altogether, and instead passengers enter the car after the roof is opened forward on struts. With a carbon fiber frame, it's one of the most aerodynamic designs ever, which in theory allows it to accelerate from 0 to 62 miles per hour in under 4 seconds. The two-seater vehicle is fully electric and has a red interior as well as a red tinted windshield. It has an OLED touchscreen that's covered in Gorilla Glass across the center console, and when it's driving in autonomous mode, the rectangular steering wheel, which also is covered with a touchscreen, can extend wider to give the driver a panoramic view of the dashboard controls. Number 14. Honda Augmented Driving Concept. Honda's augmented driving concept is based upon the fact that cars of the future will be mainly controlled by onboard computer systems, but there will be times when the passengers still want to take control of things for themselves. Not only have they gone for a radical design for the open-top vehicle, but they've also revisited the steering wheel to bring it into the modern age. Tapping it twice will turn it on, pulling it will slow the car down, and pushing it will cause it to accelerate. All the time, the car's sensors will be monitoring the driver's actions and intentions, and will be on hand to take over control when required across 8 different modes that switch between autonomous and semi-autonomous operation. Number 13. Audi PB18 e-tron. Looking like it's taken a trip back from the future, the Audi PB18 e-tron is Audi's attempt at an electric supercar concept, and after being first shown in 2018, they said at least 50 versions of the vehicle will roll off the production line by 2021. It has 3 electric motors, one that's attached to the front axle and 2 that are on the rear one, and together they're able to generate 661 brake horsepower to allow the car to accelerate from 0 to 62 miles per hour in under 2 seconds. By using a solid-state battery, the manufacturer claims it has a range of 361 miles, and amazingly can be fully recharged within just 15 minutes. What's particularly clever about this design is that it uses a fully fly-by-wire system, which actually allows the configuration of the interior to be adapted as required. Its standard setup is as a 2-seater, but if you're traveling alone, the passenger seat can fold down and the driver's seat moves across to the center to quickly turn into a single-seater. Number 12. Mercedes Vision EQ Silver Arrow. This stunning concept vehicle from Mercedes is the Vision EQ Silver Arrow. And if this is what cars are going to look like in the future, why would we ever use any other form of transport? Designed to be as aerodynamic as possible, it has fluid lines and smooth, seamless surfaces, and was created in homage to the W125 Silver Arrow that broke the public road speed record in 1937, a record that stood until 2017. The single-seater vehicle has lighting strips and an illuminated logo, along with the multi-spoke wheels that are finished in rose gold. The interior is on another level, with a curved panoramic screen that projects your surroundings onto it, can highlight road markings to make them easier to see, and even superimpose images of other vehicles to allow you to take part in a virtual race. The touchscreen on the steering wheel allows you to select the usual options, but also gives you the ability to cycle through engine sounds that will play out over the otherwise silent running of this electric car. With a range of around 250 miles and a top speed of 268 miles per hour, it's proof that the future of car design is very exciting indeed. Number 11. Aston Martin Lagonda Vision. There's no doubt that Aston Martin creates some of the most beautiful cars on the road, and if their concepts are truly anything to go by, this is destined to remain true well into the future. The Lagonda Vision is, according to the company, a statement for how they envision becoming the first emission-free luxury brand, with the first plan to be on sale in 2021.
We intend for Lagonda to represent next-generation automotive luxury.
By using electric motors, they're able to significantly increase the cabin space of the vehicle, with plenty of room for 4 passengers and a sleek, elegant look that's created by the use of carbon fiber, ceramics, silk, and cashmere. The doors open up out into the roof, so passengers to walk into the car and stand in front of the seating before sitting down, instead of having to get in, and the front seats are able to spin around to look towards those that are sat behind. Number 10. Lamborghini Terzo Millennio. The Lamborghini Terzo Millennio, which stands for Third Millennium, was an electric car that the company revealed in 2017, and was the first design that resulted from a multi-year partnership with the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Instead of using batteries, power is provided from a high-capacity supercapacitor, which are able to capture and release energy at the same time. Each of the wheels, which have an orange glow, have their own electric motor, which gives an incredible amount of control over the torque, and means it's a 4-wheel drive vehicle. It also comes equipped with an autonomous driving system that's designed for use on racetracks. But the most impressive thing about it is within its chassis design. It's made fully from carbon fiber that has been fitted with a number of sensors and an onboard health monitoring system, which means that if any damage is detected, such as cracks or dents in the panels, the carbon nanotubes are actually able to repair themselves. Number 9. DS-X E-Tense. If there's one thing you expect from a car design, it's that it'll be symmetrical. But the DS-X E-Tense throws that convention by the wayside, with what looks like 2 halves of different models stuck together. The 1,360 brake horsepower machine is the company's impression of what vehicles will be like by 2035, and needless to say, they've gone all out. It's fully electric and autonomous, but on one side it's a roofless driver cockpit with a steering wheel and stunning instrument display, while the other side is the comfortable cocoon where you can sit and let the onboard computer deal with all the hard work. The futuristic materials it's made from will be able to repair themselves from minor knocks and scrapes. In a somewhat unnerving design choice, the floor of the passenger compartment is made of glass, so you'll be able to see the road as it speeds past below. One of the most ingenious inclusions is that of the lights. Rather than being singular bulbs like in the designs of today, the plan is for the car's body itself to be the light source, giving a much wider and adaptable beam that can be virtually any color or shape. Before we move on, be sure to subscribe to Top 5s with notifications on. Number 8. BMW iVision Dynamics Concept. Premiering at Frankfurt's Auto Show in 2017, the BMW iVision Dynamics concept was designed to show what the company envisaged for its new range of vehicles that they plan to begin selling in 2021. The futuristic aesthetics are inspired by concept vehicles of theirs from previous years, although they admit that some of what they call the flamboyant touches will be toned down for the full release. It's fully electric powered, taking advantage of recent developments in battery technology. And with a top speed of 120 miles per hour and a range of 372 miles on a single charge, it's a perfectly feasible proposition for day-to-day use. It's at the core of BMW's plans to offer virtually a full range of electric vehicles by 2025. And with looks like this, customers surely won't need much convincing to get on board. Number 7. Audi AI Trail. In 2019, Audi announced its vehicle, the AI Trail, an off-road concept that they believe would be available as soon as 2030. Rather than owning a car for multiple uses, they envision us ordering a vehicle for the activity that we're about to go and do. And so this is a pure SUV through and through. There are 4 electric motors, one on each wheelbase, which gives it 4-wheel drive capability, and it has a top speed of 81 miles per hour on roads, with a range of 155 miles off-road. The windshield gives an incredibly wide viewing range, which even allows you to see the tires. There's also plenty of room inside because it's fully controlled from your phone. So without any displays around the interior, the space they usually take up can be used for storage. Tire pressure can be adjusted while on the move, depending on the terrain, but this vehicle really comes into its own at night. You may have noticed there are no headlights, but this is because they're installed on 2 autonomous drones which will fly ahead and light the way for you. Number 6. Citroën 1919. The space-age Citroën 1919 truly is a vehicle of the future, where comfort has taken a priority over every other element. It's intended to be just as useful across long distances as is short ones, and is fully autonomous thanks to the installation of LiDAR pods on the rear of the roof. The large doors open to a roomy cabin, and instead of an instrument display, all the information is shown on a heads-up display. This removes virtually all the switches and buttons that you'd normally see inside, and creates a more restful environment. In automatic mode, there isn't even a steering wheel or pedals, but when a driver wants to steer for themselves, the pedals lower into position and the steering wheel unfolds almost like a periscope. While the concept version doesn't currently have an AI capable of driving it, the electric vehicle is operational with a human at the controls, and by all accounts, it's in equal measure surreal as it is great fun. Number 5. Toyota LQ. The principle behind the design of the Toyota LQ is that drivers and their vehicles don't have a close enough bond with one another, so by the inclusion of a state-of-the-art advanced AI called Yui, this car will become one of your best friends. It's fully electric and has SAE Level 4 automated driving system, which means no human involvement is required, and so cabin comfort is the main focus. Passengers are being constantly monitored, and the AI will adjust the temperature based on the driver's mood and state of alertness, and will further attempt to engage the driver emotionally to keep them happy during their journey. Virtually every control inside the vehicle will be voice-activated, even so far as to adjust the lighting levels and release calming scents into the air. And the AI will also choose its own musical playlist to evoke the emotions it thinks the driver will most benefit from. Lights in the footwell will be used to show whether the car is in autonomous driving mode or is being controlled manually, and a heads-up display will be projected into the windshield to prevent driver eye movement, while providing them with all the information they require when they're in control. If the thought of turning over so much to the choices of an AI doesn't quite appeal to you, there's one good piece of news. It's unlikely that anything to this level will be possible for at least another decade, by which time it'll become so prevalent that we'll already have become accustomed to it. Number 4. Terrafugia TFX. If you're looking for what the cars of the future are going to be like, then the Terrafugia TFX is one design that we can't see soon enough. Developed by the Boston-based design company, it's immediately clear that this concept vehicle is more than it initially seems. With space inside for 3 people, this autonomous vehicle is partially electric, with 2 600 brake horsepower motors and a 33 brake horsepower fuel engine. Its top speed on the road or its range hasn't been announced yet by the company, but that's because they've focused on its standout ability, the fact that it can fly too. The retractable wings fold out, and the combination of propellers that are attached to them and a ducted fan at the rear mean it's able to perform vertical takeoffs and landing. Flights are completely autonomous, with the onboard computer steering towards the designated landing zone in accordance with safety features designed to avoid controlled airspace. It has a top speed of 200 miles per hour and a range of 500 miles, meaning it'll be ideal for all but the longest of journeys. Terrafugia fully intended to turn this concept into a reality, with a starting price of $300,000, which makes it surprisingly affordable. Number 3. Genesis Essentia. Cars aren't simply a means of getting from one place to another, and with the Essentia, Genesis, the luxury arm of Hyundai, have developed something that will get you there in style, while having a great deal of fun in the process. It's a 2x2 all-electric GT which has a double bubble style canopy and stunning curvaceous lines. The fully carbon fiber body has all of the battery technology fitted into the central spine, which allows the seat to be positioned much lower than in any other vehicle. By using multiple electric motors and high-density batteries, the plan is for it to be able to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds. And the gloriously aerodynamic contours surely mean it'll be able to reach top speeds far in excess of this. A fingerprint sensor and facial recognition system recognizes when the owner of the car is approaching, which opens the butterfly doors that lift up along with part of the roof. And it's also able to communicate with home-based systems, so it can automatically turn on when you leave the front door of your house, turn on the heating at home when you start to drive in that direction, or even offer the trunk as a storage place for deliveries if you're not in when they arrive. They really have packed as much technology under the hood as possible, which means that driving a vehicle like this will be a true joy. Number 2. Renault EasyGo. Renault revealed their electronic taxi concept, the EasyGo, in 2018, which is designed to exist in a future where car ownership is a thing of the past, and we simply order one when we need to travel. Fully autonomous, they have a maximum speed of 31 miles per hour because of the single electric motor on the rear axle, but has 4-wheel steering to allow it to easily traverse the demands of urban environments. The glass side panel opens up to gain access to the interior, which has space for 6 passengers, arranged in a U-shape looking towards the side. The roof opens up from the front to provide storage space, and an extendable ramp will automatically reach out to the curb to ensure ease of entry. The EasyGo was deliberately designed to look very different from traditional Renault vehicles, and they hope a production version may be available as soon as 2030. Number 1. Mercedes-Benz Vision AVTR. If you want to see the most futuristic and most alien-like concept car in the world, then look no further, because the Mercedes-Benz Vision AVTR looks like it's been delivered directly from Pandora. Unsurprisingly, it was developed in conjunction with the design team behind Avatar. Outstanding. And it was the clear star of the show at the CES in Las Vegas in early 2020. It incorporates an organic design and uses materials that make far better use of heat that's being generated from the electric motors, and even a hologram-based human-machine interface. Adaptable aerodynamics are introduced here for the first time in the form of individual bionic flaps that look like reptile scales and can be deployed to adjust the air flowing over the vehicle in response to changing conditions. Round tires are a thing of the past, replaced with spherical versions which give increased maneuverability and are less impactful on their surroundings, as well as being able to twist up by 30 degrees, which means the car can move sideways in a crab-like movement. This car will speak to you to find out where you want to go, and after giving it your instructions, all you'll need to do is sit back in comfort and let it do all the rest. With an interior based upon flowing shapes of waves and flowers, this looks to be the most comfortable, efficient, and enjoyable ride to ever be created.
Robots, technologies, and companies that have achieved outstanding results in 2020. These are worth keeping an eye on in 2021. Let's see the top robots in different categories, from the coolest and most dangerous to the weirdest and most unusual robots. Like this video and let us know what are your top projects in the comments. Let's start off the top with the weirdest amateur robotics projects. This year we had a lot of fun with Michael Reeves and his homegrown robotic surgeon controlled by hand movements. this project is too far from being useful, so it's going to be in last place for our top series. Shane Whiten's project looks a bit more interesting. This haircutting robot really does its job, though not very well yet. But Shane plans to develop the project and add spot coloring to it as well as making options for animals. And that's going to be second place. And in first place is Takashi Kabuki and his challenge to build a running robot in 100 days from scratch. Starting with the most rudimentary designs, Takashi has consistently explored every aspect of the robot's movement and continues to improve it to this day. Today marks the 172nd day. Now let's look at some unusual professional projects. And the first will be the world's largest robot, the Gundam. At 18 meters high and weighing 25 tons, the robot with 24 degrees of freedom is driven by electric motors and controlled by the Azratec V-Cyto operating system. Another amazing project was the Disney research robot with realistic facial expressions. This robot's animatronic torso reacted to its surroundings, accurately reproducing the facial reactions of the robot's given character. Disney Research is actually working on a lot of very interesting projects, and it's been fun watching them work. We think they'll be able to surprise us in 2021. In 2020, we finally saw the long-awaited release of the commercial version of Moley Robotic Chef, whose exciting announcements have been stirring up the internet for years. The real prototype differs greatly from the graphics, but still looks really good and functional. The owner can choose 1 out of 5,000 dishes, and the robot will cook it completely by itself. The only flaw is the exorbitant price of about $335,000, but the manufacturer promises to make the robot cheaper when it goes into mass production. The first customer will get their hands on Moley this year. The robot has a competitor though, the Samsung Bot Chef, introduced at CES 2020, but we haven't heard anything about it since then. Which of these unusual projects is best? And we'll leave it up to you to decide. Vote down in the comments. Oh, and subscribe to the channel. There's many more reviews of the coolest robots ahead. It's time for a hot top of the coolest robots of 2020. What do you think is worthy of the Robot of the Year title? Boston Dynamics robot Spot, which proved the company's commercial potential and managed to enter not only the construction and oil and gas sectors as well as visual inspection and data collection, but even into the space sphere, becoming the basis for NASA's project to launch robot dogs for Mars exploration. More than 400 robots have been sold to date. We've talked about this at length in other issues, so if you want to learn more, click the card above. The Digit Robot is the world's first commercial humanoid robot from Agility Robotics. This robot, with a LiDAR instead of a head and stereo cameras on its torso, is capable of navigating in space, walking across rough terrain, and climbing ladders and carrying weights up to 18 kilograms. The price has not yet been disclosed, but the amount is known to be in the 6 figures. The company received $20 million last year, which means investors believe Digit is in demand. The Atlas robot, noted this year not only for its mind-blowing dancing, but also for the fact that it's begun to learn new moves and much faster. Engineers at Boston Dynamics used to prescribe the robot's behavior literally line by line. Now, Atlas is learning quickly in simulations. If you want to know more about this one in a future episode, put a plus sign in the comments and share this video. Another contender is Toyota's Home Robot, which is interesting by the way it can move around your house. It literally hangs from the ceiling, appearing only when it's needed. Personally, we're sure that at least some of the homes in the future will be built with such robots in mind, because, well, it's convenient. And the last contender for Robot of the Year is not only the most affordable, but very advanced robot, and that is Dog from Unitree A1. The robot can carry loads weighing up to 5 kilograms and can walk at speeds of more than 3 meters per second. On one charge alone, the robot weighing 12 kilograms and standing 40 centimeters tall can work from 1 to 2.5 hours. A1 gets its information about the environment through 2 cameras, transmitting high-definition video to a human operator, and currently, the price is less than $10,000. But we're partial. We still think Spot is the Robot of the Year. It's the undisputed leader in terms of attention, media coverage, and applications. Our compilation of the top robots would not be complete without military robots. And in the main trend, here's the robot swarm technology. For example, Rheinmetall introduced a wolf pack of robot tanks. The autonomous swarm moves and identifies targets using a camera system and artificial intelligence, while the decision to fire is going to be made by a human operator. Reconnaissance robots can also carry kamikaze drone launchers. Drone swarms in the sky are also relevant as the development of robotic pilots and artificial intelligence capable of controlling combat aircrafts and helicopters. An example is the DARPA Alias project, which is a system consisting of robotic pilots, a voice interface, and software. Alias can easily be installed on any active U.S. Army helicopter by adding LiDAR and cameras. The trained artificial intelligence system that will be able to control aircraft and engage in close air combat is the future and being developed by DARPA, called Air Combat Evolution. The neural network system should be faster and more efficient than humans. It's expected to be tested in 2024. But the most interesting announcement from the sphere of military robots is a project that can be followed for the next 15 years, and that's the future fighter Tempest of the UK Ministry of Defence. This 6th-generation autonomous jet fighter is invisible to the enemy, will be armed with hypersonic and directed energy weapons. Built-in artificial intelligence will be able to control a swarm of slave drones and share important information with other combat robots. And that is first place. If you want to learn more, check out the link in the card. The next best robots are robots that have already replaced humans. The 3 significant 2020 categories include Waymo's most advanced drones to date, already operating a cab service in Arizona without a pilot in the cab. Next up is delivery robots seeking to replace couriers and make deliveries contactless. The 2020 Robo-Courier of the Year was Starship Robots, 70 of which delivered groceries to healthcare workers during the lockdown. In total, the roomy Robo-Couriers, designed to travel at 6.5 kilometers per hour on sidewalks, have traveled more than 200,000 kilometers in 20 countries and more than 100 cities around the world, making more than 20,000 food and package deliveries. And also sharing the robot red zone is medical robots. We give them first place because they're a perfect example of where and how robots should be used. Disinfector robots, drug transporting robots, test collecting robots, and robots for the remote presence of doctors all kept people safe from the dangers of the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. The leader, for example, among disinfector robots is the Danish company UVD Robots. For the best robots in the fight against the pandemic, see the issue in the description from the Robots Against COVID-19. The most innovative robotic companies also can't be overlooked, and among them, contenders for the Company of the Year are Boston Dynamics or Hyundai, which both brought the coolest robot developers in the world. From this deal, we expect a new phase in the company's robot development, and at the very least, the introduction of Handle, the warehouse robot, to the market. And with possible contract to produce Apple autonomous cars, Hyundai could become the leader in robotics. Geek Plus deployed more than 10,000 of its autonomous mobile robots around the world in 2020 and launched Robo Shuttle System for multi-level warehouse automation, allowing it to deliver goods right into the hands of a human from anywhere in the warehouse from up to 5 meters. But most importantly and interesting, the company has opened a factory that uses its robots to create new robots. Sarcos Robotics was the first company to commercialize the Guardian XO full-body exoskeleton for industrial use. The exoskeleton can help people lift between 15 and 90 pounds and reduce their risk of injury. It's designed to be worn for an entire shift and can last up to 8 hours on a single charge. The military is currently also considering using an exoskeleton. The Boston-based company Vicarious combines a virtual reality with robotics in its development of a tiny surgical robot with cameras and human hand proportions that can enter the patient's abdomen through a small incision. The surgeon can then perform a surgery using VR controls that recreate what the robot sensors see inside the body. And finally, there's the Chinese company UB Tech. To them, we're going to give first place because they, on one hand, continue to believe in personal robots and develop their project of home humanoid robot Walker, and on the other hand, keep their hands on the pulse of events and create useful robots for service and medicine industries, such as Aimbot and Adibot, as well as the Robot Cruiser, already working in hospitals and EasyHome, the largest Chinese network of repair products. And the company is consistently updating its line of children's kits so they can learn robotics as well. Separately, we want to highlight the robotics of Company of the Year in Russia, Promobot. By opening an office in the US and registering a company in Hong Kong, Promobot quickly adapted to life in the face of the coronavirus pandemic, developed and began delivering its disinfection robots, thermal control terminals with face recognition, and humanoid robot administrators to companies and institutions. For the next year, Motoraika Company has best chances to be nominated. The socially significant project, which develops affordable and functional prosthesis devices for children and adults, received CE marking back in May, allowing its products to be supplied to the European Union. In 2021, the company plans to fully enter the EU market, and it's a great achievement for such an important and really good project.